I really didn't take a whole lot of time to think. All I was concerned with is getting them out of the house.
How neighbors came to a man's rescue after a house exploded.
Rain continues as we get ready to usher in the month of October. And I'm tracking an extreme setup across the East Coast and how it may impact our weather just ahead.
Hundreds of UK fans are roughing it as they wait for Big Blue Madness tickets.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good evening. Right now, investigators are trying to figure out how a car ended up crashing into a Lexington apartment building, and it's caused a lot of damage.
It happened about a half an hour ago at the Fayette Crossing Apartments on East Reynolds Road. This is a live look at that scene. There is no word on if anyone was injured in this crash or if the people in that apartment building will be able to stay there tonight. Our crew on the scene is gathering some details, so we want you to keep checking WKYT.com for the very latest updates. A house exploded with a man inside, and tonight 2 of his neighbors talked to us about how they rushed into that burning home to rescue him.
The house exploded this morning along Morrill Kirby Knob Road in Jackson County. Investigators are still trying to figure out what caused the blast. Our Garrett Weimer tells us how the man's neighbors saved his life. It's our top story at 11.
The flames still flickered and the smoke still spread as rain fell hours after the explosion.
Parts of his house laying there.
Richard Watkins heard the explosion and saw the fire from his front porch.
I really didn't take a whole lot of time to think. All I was concerned with is getting them out of the house.
Watkins says he could feel the heat from the flames when he went in the house.
All the windows and the doors had been blown out of the house. He was at the top of the stairs, kind of staggering around upstairs in the house, and managed to get him out.
Watkins says they were in the house only for a minute or 90 seconds. Another neighbor who came to help said even then the house was leaning, ready to collapse.
And you could feel the whole floor moving on your feet like an elevator would fall. It was weird, and the heat from that thing was pretty unreal.
Watkins remained humble as I asked him to share his story of coming to save his neighbor. He maintains that what he did is what anyone else would have done in his position. A lot of people would call you a hero.
I wouldn't call it. Like I said, I don't think I did anything more than what he would have done for me.
Still, he's credited with saving that man's life from a fire that destroyed nearly everything else. In Jackson County, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
The injured man is listed in fair condition tonight at UK Hospital.
It was another rainy and dreary day across the Bluegrass, and it looks like the threat for more heavy rain won't be going away anytime soon. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey shows us what is on the First Alert Defender right now. Chris?
Yeah, some scattered stuff out there late this evening, starting to see the overall trend of some of those showers to begin to weaken a little bit. They should return in earnest as we go into the day tomorrow. Defender tracking the decaying showers, but we were seeing this similar view last night. Then all of a sudden, big cluster of rain developed just to our west and south. Parts of southern Kentucky picked up a good inch or 2 a little earlier in the day. Lexington Metro, it's been spitting rain from time to time this evening. Nothing like what we were going through about this same time last night. Rain's calming down a little bit across the Moorhead area. Watch the weakening trend. Future radar 5, 6, 7 in the morning. Now all of a sudden the rains begin to blossom yet again into the middle and latter part of the morning as a low pressure develops across sections of the Carolinas. That's going to be important because just to the south of that into the Bahamas right now we have a major hurricane. That is Joaquin. Joaquin now Category 3, 115-mile-per-hour storm. The official track from the National Hurricane Center continues to shift farther and farther to the left up the east coast. There's a chance that some of that moisture gets entrained into that storm system that then would try to make its way into parts of the Ohio Valley. Focus at the forecast in a little bit will be on some brand new data coming in to the First Alert Weather Center here, and we will share that with you guys with a brand new hour-by-hour forecast with some higher rain totals than what we were showing earlier.
Well, Chris just talked about it tonight. People on the Atlantic coast between the Carolinas and New England are preparing for a possible strike from Hurricane Joaquin. The hurricane is gaining strength, and the National Hurricane Center says it may issue a hurricane watch for parts of the East Coast tomorrow. The governor of Virginia has already issued a state of emergency because of expected heavy rain over the next few days. One man who runs a marina in Alexandria, Virginia, says he'll be watching the hurricane very carefully.
We can all handle storm surge. We can't handle 70, 80, 90 mile-an-hour winds.
Meteorologists say Hurricane Joaquin could dump as much as 10 inches of rain in some places along the East Coast.
Tonight, Lexington police are still looking for those responsible for a shooting that sent a man to the hospital. It happened just after 3:30 this afternoon outside Griffith's Market on East 6th Street. Police say the victim got into an argument with a group of people, and one person in that group shot him twice. Police say the victim drove to a relative's home on nearby Chestnut Street for help, hitting a couple of vehicles along the way. His condition is not known tonight, but police say he was talking to paramedics. Police say the car the shooter was driving had been reported stolen.
New tonight, a man charged in connection to a deadly crash in Scott County has been brought back to Kentucky. Police arrested Mohammed Abdullah earlier this month in Baltimore. Tonight, he was booked into the Scott County Detention Center. A Scott County grand jury indicted him for manslaughter and assault. Police say he was driving recklessly in May when his car hit a pickup on Interstate 64. The crash killed 13-year-old Emily Sams of Bourbon County and seriously injured her parents.
A disturbing discovery inside a Pulaski County home. Investigators say they found a man's body stuffed inside a freezer. Yesterday, the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office says that 68-year-old Gary Jink's daughter reported him missing. When they served a search warrant at his home on Happy Ridge Road, they say they found a body inside a freezer. Investigators have not officially identified the body, but police charged Jink's girlfriend, Teresa Owens, with evidence tampering and abuse of a corpse. They think the man died nearly a month ago.
The timeline is still part of the ongoing investigation as to both when the death occurred and any subsequent moving or changing of evidence that may have occurred that led to those charges.
Police say Owens poured lye and fertilizer over the body to reduce the smell.
Tonight, the newly released WKYT Herald Leader Bluegrass Poll looks at the race for governor. Of the voters surveyed for the poll, Democrat Jack Conway leads with 42%, followed by Republican Matt Bevin at 37% and Independent Drew Curtis at 7%. All three are down 1 percentage point from our July poll. 15% are still undecided. Tomorrow night at 6, the Bluegrass Poll asks voters if Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis should be required to issue marriage licenses. And is that issue a factor in the governor's race? You can see all of the results from the latest Bluegrass Poll at WKYT.com. Hundreds of UK fans have turned the outside of Memorial Coliseum into a so-called tent city. They are waiting for Big Blue Madness tickets, which won't be handed out until Friday night.
All the camping spots have been filled, and UK leaders say Tent City is now at capacity. Our Monique Blair joins us live from Memorial Coliseum with the latest on the campout. Monique?
Well, Amber and Sam, it's been a very exciting day out here. Several basketball players have come out and signed autographs. There was even a big raffle to win this tent. And through spending the day today with so many very dedicated fans, I found out that UK basketball holds a very special meaning to many of them.
C-A-T-S, Cats.
The Cats cheer, a typical sound you may hear during a UK sporting event. But what may not be so typical is hearing the connection some of these fans have to the game, to the players, and to their fellow fans.
I had the heart attack at the ball game at Rupp Arena.
76-year-old Ramona Adkins had a serious scare while at a UK basketball game. But she says once she got to UK hospital, she only had the Cats on her mind.
While they had me out in the hall, they were so busy at the hospital. This guy came out and I said, "What's the score?" And he went in and he came back out. He told me the score.
Adkins, who is also often called Granny Wildcat, tells me to her delight the Cats won that game. And then I met Charlie Hounshell. He has 2 tattoos on his arm. that hold a deeper meaning than just what you see.
It's just my tribute to the team that helped save my life. I was in a very bad place in depression, and then I started watching sports, and UK was what I got into.
And it wasn't just the players and the game of basketball, it was the fans who helped Hounshell too.
We're loyal. We are loyal to what we do. We might be crazy to some people, but this is just tradition.
Now, all day today, Tempur-Pedic and Sleep Outfitters held a raffle for one lucky winner to win the 2 mattresses and the tent. Savannah was that lucky winner, so for the next 2 days, she and her friends will be living a little more comfortably. She also gets to take home the mattresses, the tent, and she will also personally get to meet Coach Cal on Friday. I'm reporting live in Lexington. Monique Blair, WKYT.
That's when you know life as a UK fan does not get any better than that. Tickets, by the way, will be handed out at 10 on Friday night. Big Blue Madness will be Friday, October 16th at Rupp Arena.
Tonight, a grand jury has indicted a Knox County man on charges he abused his 9-month-old stepson.
29-year-old Daryl Blevins has been charged with criminal abuse and assault charges. The child's mother, who's married to Blevins, says the child suffered cuts and bruises on his head, but has since recovered physically. But she says the boy is still affected emotionally.
He has really bad nightmares to where he will wake up in the middle of the night screaming, and it takes everything in me just to get him calmed down.
She says Daryl Blevins had never hurt any of her children before, and she can't understand why this happened. Blevins has since bonded out of jail. He did not want to talk about the allegations against him.
Tonight, the Whitley County Clerk says she is not issuing marriage licenses to same-sex couples. Kay Schwartz didn't want to talk on camera about her decision, but she says she has never stopped issuing licenses to heterosexual couples. Rowan County Clerk Kim Davis and Casey County Clerk Casey Davis did stop issuing them to all couples after the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationwide. So far, Kim Davis is the only one of the 3 who has faced a lawsuit. In a statement, the ACLU said Schwartz is blatantly violating the law and that the organization is closely monitoring the situation. Tonight, President Obama signed a short-term spending bill that avoids a government shutdown for now. That came hours after both the House and Senate approved the bill. It keeps the government running through December 11th. Lawmakers now have 10 weeks to come up with a more wide-ranging budget that would carry past the 2016 presidential election. The president said Americans deserve better than last-minute short-term legislating.
Tonight, we've learned the Forest Hill Military Academy in Bourbon County has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Our news partners at the Herald-Leader report the Master Commissioner's sale scheduled for the school tomorrow has been canceled. In the bankruptcy petition, the U.S. Army Cadet Corps, which owns the school, listed assets between $1 million and $10 million and liabilities between $500,000 and $1 million. The school used to be called the Millersburg Military Institute.
Tonight, we have a school closing to pass along. Jackson Independent Schools will be closed tomorrow. Jackson police tell us it's because of a water main break. Again, Jackson Independent Schools are closed tomorrow.